This build is the first in my FOXY Makes series. I'll be setting myself a challenge to build something on a budget with as many reclaimed materials as possible. I want to show you that with only novice skills and basic tools, you can reuse, save money and produce something that's functional and looks good. It won't be Chippendale, but it will be affordable and it will be useful. So this is how my ironing pile sits in the kitchen, on the floor, waiting, just waiting, and in my way. So what did I do? I bought a prettier basket. Oh, and I built a snazzy kitchen trolley to store the new basket on and to add an extra workspace in my galley kitchen. I haven't shown you how I planed up some rough sawn 3x3s because, well, frankly, planing is boring. But chopping stuff up on the table saw is much more exciting and just a tiny bit more scary. I started the project by making two frames. One would be the top and one would form the bottom shelf of the trolley. These corner clamps from Lidl were around £7 and they really hurried things along. So the magnetic wristband really does keep the screws to hand, quite literally. And you know how much us ladies like a touch of bling. Shiny things. In this shot, I'm just measuring up where I'll need to put the frame. Now I did mess up here a little bit. With hindsight, I would have preferred the brackets to be on the inside of the frame, but they're not huge brackets and they aren't overly visible, so it's okay. To set the position of what would be the bottom shelf, I used two pieces of wood at equal lengths to prop up the frame as I secured it to the legs. This made levelling the frame simple. With the castors fitted, I began working on making slats for the bottom shelf. I had some old pine sides that I'd saved from a bookcase and I cut these into 5cm strips, then stained the strips to match the solid wood top. Now time to turn my attention to the section of salvaged beech worktop. It was in need of some TLC and had holes where it had previously been screwed down to the kitchen units. I filled the holes and sanded it to a lovely finish, starting off with 80 grit, working up to 120 and finishing by hand at 240. I've had my Bosch PECS 220 Orbital sander for a good while now and I really do get on well with it. It does a fantastic job at collecting dust and I'm always surprised when I empty the cartridge just how much is in there. It's in there and out of my lungs, so that's fantastic. I had some scrap oak dowling left over from my mano lamp build. I thought it would make a perfect tea towel holder, so I went back to the crosscut sled and trimmed it to side. The cut-off itself was cut in half again, and I'll show you how I made two pegs from it. It was great to get to this stage. I gave the newly finished top a good soaking of boiled linseed oil. I won't be using the top itself for food preparation, so boiled linseed oil did the job really well and I love the smell of it. Well, sadly, the ironing still needs doing, but at least it's tucked away nicely and I've got an extra work surface that I can move around the kitchen. And I'm happy with how it turned out. It was really nice to be able to use some reclaimed materials and build something functional. I'll use it a lot. Thanks for watching.